Phasmophobia is a game I've seen perceived many ways since its release. Some people are still too scared to load up the game, some people love it for its sandbox qualities, but a large majority love it for the sense of mystery and fulfillment you get from solving the puzzle. About a month ago, I could barely tell you anything about the intricacy that went behind each of the choices on your evidence screen, and after so much grinding, I've come to find a much bigger appreciation for the game. With the new update of Phasmophobia creating so much more content in the game, I wanted to come back to a game I hadn't put too much time into, but always appreciated. The incentive of a legacy badge coming in this update was a badge that showed your level before this new patch, with incentives such as markings or backgrounds the cooler it got based on your level you finished off at. And as a Dead by Daylight player who missed out on the legacy skins released early in the game's lifespan, I knew it was worth the grind. Once I began to grind the game a little again, I learned a friend of mine used to be really into speedrunning the game and had hundreds of successful runs in the past. Since I've always wanted to try my hand at speedrunning games but never really knew where to start, and I now had a grind of levels ahead of me, the goal was relatively simple. Get level 2000 and beat as many any% standard speedruns that I could in a period of about 3 weeks. This is the story of how I became the world's current fastest Phasmophobia player.
Should I throw a crucifix to see if it tries to burn it early? Last time, or?
Oh my god. You're literally built different, bro. Those are 1% cards. You get them every time.
Wait, what happened?
Oh my god! Oh my god! No way! No. There I was, 3 weeks before the update, only around level 300, about 250 cases played, and InSim tips playing in my ear. The journey began with a lot of level grinding. My Phasmo duo Gato and I developed our own twist on some no-evidence strategies that consisted of the Monkey Paw and the map Sunny Meadows. We would have two roles, the runner and the objectives. The objective guy would bring in a camera, salt, and one of the objectives listed in the van, while the runner would bring in a smudge, a lighter, and a flashlight. The objective guy then used the paw to spawn the ghost on top of the salt, take a picture, and run away. This eliminates ghosts like Wraith, which can't step in salt, and a Phantom, which you can't take a picture of. While the ghost is spawning, the runner prepares to take aggro and guess the ghost based off of its speed and activities during the hunt. Then we take the paw out the door and wish for knowledge, eliminating a good amount of the possibilities. Me coming back to Phasmo alerted my friend Jay due to his excessive background in the game's speedrunning, playing in tournaments and countless successful runs. He showed me all the fun runs he's gone for, and after 2 days or so, I decided to go for my first speedrun. Now let's take a step back real quick. Remember when I said I wasn't as knowledgeable of the intricacy of the ghosts in this game? Well, my first run definitely shows it. All the ghosts in this game have plenty of attributes that distinguish them from one another. As we discussed earlier, if you take a picture of a phantom, it will disappear. But phantoms also have longer blinks while they're hunting, making them much harder to see. A Hantu speeds up depending on how cold the room is, but if the breaker is off, you can catch the Hantu emitting a slight foggy cold breath that makes it unique. In my first run, we meet the twins. The twins is two ghosts, one main ghost and one decoy ghost. The ghost will send out its decoy away from the ghost room and cause confusion and or interactions elsewhere.
Those twins. That was two different things at once.
You can see the doubt and inexperience when the twins interact. You can hear a door open and see the item being thrown off the table simultaneously. These are too far apart from each other, which only indicates that there can be two ghosts. One thing people ask me a lot about running this game is, oh, can't you just like load in and guess and leave? And the answer is definitely no, and that will become more apparent in the video. After getting my evidence, I took my first any% standard run with insanely lucky RNG events. But this was definitely only scratching the surface. I looked over the runs and noticed a few of the larger maps had pretty low RNG approaches to the fastest runs. They were both pretty simple. Just go in, use any of the cursed possessions to check for the speed of the ghost and leave quicker. I got the mirror on Sunny Meadows, which is actually really slow. You have to sit there and keep using it until it hunts, whereas like the music box would be much faster. You can just start it and throw it. For prison, it was the same thing. Almost all the cursed possessions are right when you walk in the door, and since there are so many rooms on the map, it would be much harder to optimize doing so otherwise. I ran in, got a pretty quick hunt with a sack doll, heard the ghost at high speed, so I knew it had to be a Thay, and got the run on my second try. This run could definitely be optimized, and one example of how it will be is in the next map. But before that, I took a break. I played a few Duo Insanity or Nightmare runs that were free on the leaderboard for a couple days, and then I played Counter-Strike for a couple days, but then, after these 5 or 6 days, I got back to it. Ridgeview was a revolutionary map. My original strategy was to grab the music box, take a photo of a phantom, or grab the cards and get a photo of a phantom from the devil card. These maps were a lot more optimized than them being smaller than maps like prison. But then mid-run, I remembered that some ghosts will take more sanity from you. For example, an Oni will take 20% sanity if you come into contact with a ghost event, while a Banshee will take 15% sanity only when it's a singing ghost event and you come in contact, while normal ghosts will take 10%. I just so happened to remember that in the moment that Onis take 20 from when I used to play a while back. And so with that, we beat one of the harder maps. Feeling confident, I decided to try a really hard map, Willow. I could only spend about 10 to 12 seconds inside the building before I needed to be on my way back to the van. The only upside was there were 3 cursed possessions close to the door, so I could try to force interactions in a few different ways. I continued to either get a phantom to spawn near the front door with a music box, or an Oni to give me a ghost event using the deck of cards. But the third cursed possession is the one I started to really theorize with, the monkey paw. I started spawning the ghost in the doorway and trying to take a picture of it while I backed out of the house after using the I wish to see the ghost swish. If I could take a picture while being outside the house when the hunt begins off this action, I had another way to discover a phantom. After testing for a day or two, I got a phantom and took a picture, but the phantom didn't disappear, indicating my theory didn't work.
I gotta take a break, bro. It's fucking 7 a.m. Holy shit.
But it wasn't dead yet. This is when I discovered what I like to call the Shaw attack. A shade has a pretty decent chance to spawn in from the cursed possessions as a shadowy figure, and when I got one of these in my Willow run, it got me second after around 2 days of grinding, and I decided to take a break from the map with a newly discovered way to identify the ghost. After attempting Grafton and Tanglewood for a day or two, I decided to take another few days off the game, playing some more Dead by Daylight, but by the time I came back, we were about 5 days away from the update. I spent the day grinding with Gato, and then we got kicked off the servers because we thought the update was coming out and we weren't going to make it. But it turns out we were actually just playing on the same server for so long that we got booted offline.
Oh no.
What is... Wait, no,
Yeah,
Nitty,
yeah,
no, Nitty.
The next day I hard grinded to meet my deadline. I played on Grafton for a few hours until the Shaw tech came in clutch and I got cards on Bleasdale into an Oni Ghost event, which came much easier than Grafton, which took me a couple days. The next map after these two was Maple Lodge, which I thought to be a breeze. I was so wrong. Looking from the map above, the only 2 usable cursed possessions are the mirror and the Ouija board because they are close to the entrance. After using the mirror for a few hours, I learned it was too slow compared to the current record, so I had to use the Ouija board. I don't know if my RNG was just that bad, but it felt like I was searching for the Ouija board for hours at a time, and after when I found the Ouija board, the ghost would either be unrecognizable or I'd die trying to be too fast. After too many hours of trying this map, something incredible happened.
Give me is it a gift? If this could be shiny, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
I love shiny Sudokus.
Okay.
This was an extremely obvious polter throw. Poltergeists throw objects more often and they can with much more velocity. With how high the item went in the air, it was obvious it was a poltergeist. But sadly in the rules they can't determine a polter throw, so it doesn't count as conclusive evidence of proving a ghost. So later on down the line I had to redo this run, which I got fairly quickly compared to the previous attempts. I got a Diogen, which is perfect for this run. They move at very fast speeds and always know where you are, but when they get close, they move very slowly. This allowed me to set up for an easy escape, but it was a shame to see that really awesome Poltergeist run go to waste. After getting the original Maple Lodge, I tried my hand at the last big map, the high school. I got the exact same run on the successful run on Maple Lodge, which was using the Ouija board. I got a Diogen on a leash and left the school faster than the previous record.
WWW.
Only 3 maps were left: Tanglewood, Willow, and Edgefield. Tanglewood was very optimized. I only had about 3 days left, had 3 maps left to do, and around 500 levels to get. So I wasn't willing to do Tanglewood as of now, but maybe I will return to it to another day. Now it was time to start Edgefield. This run was extremely fast and optimized. The previous winner got the music box, took a picture of a phantom, and left very quickly. I could only be inside the building for a few seconds. I had enough time to grab the music box or pull 2 cards from the deck and hope it for good RNG. This run had been standing for months and I wasn't sure if I could get it, but after about an entire day of grinding, I got the run.
Yeah, I like him. And like his main oh, whoa. Chill. Potential. Oh my god, wait. No. Wait. Wait, chill.
Oh my god. 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 Oh my god.
The odds of this run happening are pretty small. I need the ghost to spawn in one of the 2 rooms at the door, the music box to spawn, and for it to be a phantom. This run ending up being at 26 seconds is actually the fastest run in the standard any percent category of any previous patch in the game. With one last day, I spent most of it grinding out my last 300 levels and attempting Willow runs here or there. Up until this point, I hadn't mentioned it, but I was beginning to have countless failed attempts of Willow, beginning since I came back to the grind with Gato under level 1500. I got a Shaw tech where I was too slow, a Shaw tech where speech recognition didn't register my speech, a failed Oni realization where I took a picture and thought it was a phantom, but I did have the Oni sanity drain. I got one more run in a few hours before the update, and it was extremely close to the current record. Between me late starting the timer and missing the van button for a fraction of a second at the end, I was just slightly too slow. I'm far from upset about it though. I know if I kept grinding Will, I could eventually get the time. I spent 3 weeks roughly grinding the game and I got a lot done. I was able to take 9 of the standard any percent records and a 2nd place. The only really untouched maps were to the tutorial and Tanglewood, but they were literally the exact same run. When the update dropped, I was able to get my legacy badge, solidifying the year Fortnite came out, and move into the next patch. If you guys want to see me play this game again, I totally could, but I don't see myself grinding speedruns for this game for a while. After 2,000 cases and all of my grinding, I've come to appreciate this game much more than I did before. The level of fulfillment when you're able to solve the mystery and indicate the ghost based on behavior isn't matched in many games. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please show some love on the video.